Black Mirror is a groundbreaking British TV show that explores the complex relationship between technology and society. It examines how technology shapes our lives, often in ways we don't expect or fully understand. Many episodes are set in a near or distant future, where people are forced to make difficult, sometimes impossible choices because of new inventions or digital trends. The show often asks us to consider, what if technology begins to control us, instead of the other way around? Black Mirror is famous for its dark, thought-provoking, and often shocking stories. Each episode is a standalone tale, with its own unique world and message. This means every story introduces new characters, fresh settings, and different problems, so you never know what to expect next. The show challenges viewers to reflect on the world around them, and to question how technology is changing our daily lives, relationships, and even our values. It highlights how new inventions, while exciting, can sometimes lead to unexpected trouble or even disaster. The very first episode of Black Mirror is called The National Anthem, and it sets the tone for the entire series. This episode centers on a shocking event that not only surprises the characters, but also leaves viewers stunned and questioning what they would do in the same situation. Unlike many science fiction stories, this one isn't about robots, aliens, or space travel. Instead, it focuses on the immense power of social media and how quickly public opinion can influence real-world events and decisions. In this essay, we will take a closer look at the first episode, breaking down its story, themes, and impact. We'll explain the plot, introduce the main characters, and discuss why the national anthem became one of the most talked about episodes in television history. Even if you've never seen Black Mirror before, by the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of what happens in the national anthem and why it matters. The main character in this episode is Michael Callow, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. He is an important leader. People look to him to solve problems. In the story, he must make a very difficult choice. Another important character is Princess Susanna. She is a young member of the royal family. People in Britain love her. She is friendly and kind. At the start, she is the victim of a terrible crime. Michael Callow is married. His wife also appears in the episode. She worries about him and the choices he must make. Other people on the Prime Minister's team also help him. They try to find a way to solve the problem without hurting anyone. These characters face a big problem together. The episode shows their feelings and how they react under pressure. This makes the story interesting and real. The story begins in the quiet hours before sunrise. London is just waking up, but something terrible is about to happen. Princess Susanna, beloved by the nation, is kidnapped from her royal residence in a shocking and brazen crime that shakes the country to its core. Soon after, a mysterious video appears on the internet, spreading rapidly across social media and news sites. In the video, the princess is clearly terrified. Tears stream down her face as she pleads for help, her fear visible to everyone watching. The kidnapper, his face hidden behind a mask, issues a chilling threat. He warns that Princess Susanna will be harmed unless the Prime Minister follows his exact instructions, leaving no room for negotiation. Instantly, security teams and police are mobilized. The royal family's safety is now the nation's top priority. Detectives and intelligence experts work around the clock, analyzing every clue and searching for any sign of the princess's location. News of the kidnapping spreads like wildfire, dominating headlines and trending online within minutes. Across the country, people gather around their screens, anxious and desperate for updates, hoping for good news. The entire nation is gripped by fear and uncertainty. Conversations everywhere revolve around the princess's fate. The video itself is deeply unsettling, with strange distortions and an eerie atmosphere that makes viewers uneasy. The kidnapper's mask and disguised, mechanical-sounding voice add to the sense of menace and mystery. His message is unmistakable. He holds all the power, and the princess's life hangs in the balance. The Prime Minister, under immense pressure, knows the kidnapper is now controlling the government's next move. This crime is unlike anything the authorities have ever faced before. It's calculated, public, and deeply personal. Strangely, the kidnapper does not demand money. Instead, he asks for something far more unusual and disturbing. The demand is so shocking that it leaves the public and officials alike in disbelief, unsure how to respond. As the world watches and waits, everyone wonders what will happen next, and whether Princess Susanna will ever be found safe. The kidnapper makes his demand in the video. He says the Prime Minister must do a shameful act on live TV. He wants Michael Callow to have sex with a pig in front of the whole country. If he does not do this, the princess will be killed. This demand is shocking and strange. No one can believe it. The team in the Prime Minister's office is horrified. They wonder if it is a joke, but soon realize it is real. The demand is also very difficult. If the Prime Minister agrees, he will be embarrassed forever. If he refuses, the princess may die. There is no good choice. Every option is bad. The Prime Minister and his team try to find a way out. They hope to trick the kidnapper or rescue the princess. But time is running out and the whole world is watching. As soon as the demand is clear, the Prime Minister's team springs into action, working around the clock to find a solution. The atmosphere in the government offices is tense, with advisors and officials urgently debating the best course of action. Every decision feels critical, and the stakes couldn't be higher. They try desperately to keep the news secret, hoping to buy themselves time. But, as is often the case with high-profile crises, the story soon leaks to the press. Journalists swarm outside government buildings, and headlines about the scandal spread rapidly, putting even more pressure on the team. Inside, the team frantically brainstorms ways to rescue the princess without giving in to the kidnapper's demand. They weigh every possible option, knowing that any misstep could have dire consequences for both the princess and the government's reputation. Special police officers are brought in to analyze every clue from the video. They pore over surveillance footage, examine evidence, and try to piece together the princess's possible location, racing against the clock. The Prime Minister's advisors consult with top technology and security experts, hoping that advanced tracking methods or digital forensics might help them identify the kidnapper or trace the video's origin before the looming deadline. Some members of the team propose a risky plan, using a body double to fake the act on live television, relying on makeup and computer effects to fool the kidnapper and the public. It's a desperate idea, but with few options left, they decide to move forward. They quickly find an actor who resembles the Prime Minister and begin preparing a studio, rehearsing the scene, and setting up lights and cameras to make the deception as convincing as possible. But the kidnapper is always one step ahead. He discovers the plan and, in a horrifying escalation, sends a package containing a piece of the princess's finger. The message is clear: he is deadly serious, and any trickery will have brutal consequences. The Prime Minister, now fully aware of the gravity of the situation, feels completely trapped. The weight of responsibility is overwhelming, and he struggles to see a way out. His team, exhausted and demoralized, is running out of ideas. Every new development seems to close off another possible escape. The crisis deepens with each passing hour. The government offices are chaotic, staff are working late into the night, and honestly, nobody knows what to do next. The sense of hopelessness is palpable, and the nation waits anxiously for a breakthrough. At first, the government tries to hide the kidnapper's demand from the public. But, the news spreads quickly on social media. Soon, everyone knows about the princess and the pig. The public reacts in different ways. Some people think the demand is a joke, while others are angry and scared. Most people want the Prime Minister to do whatever it takes to save the princess. The media covers the story all day. TV, radio, and newspapers talk about nothing else. Reporters stand outside the Prime Minister's office, asking tough questions and showing polls about what people think he should do. The Prime Minister feels even more pressure. He sees that most of the public wants him to agree to the demand, and he knows that if he refuses, people will blame him if the princess is hurt. As the deadline comes closer, the Prime Minister has to make a decision. He tries to find ways to rescue the princess, but nothing works. The kidnapper is always one step ahead. His advisors tell him that he cannot refuse. The princess's life is at stake. The whole country is watching. Even his wife is shocked and upset, knowing this choice will change their lives forever. Finally, Michael Callow agrees to the demand. He goes on live TV in front of millions of people. The act is broadcast to the whole world. It is a terrible and sad moment. People watch in silence, shocked by what they see. After it is over, the princess is found safe. She was released before the act even started. The kidnapper had planned everything carefully. The Prime Minister is left feeling empty and broken. After the event, everything changes. The Prime Minister becomes a different person. People in the country thank him for saving the princess, but he does not feel like a hero. He is sad and embarrassed. The media moves on to other stories, but the Prime Minister's life will never be the same. His wife can hardly look at him, and their relationship is damaged. The cost of the decision is very high. Princess Susanna returns home. She is safe, but her life is also changed. Everyone remembers what happened. The kidnapper's true identity and reasons are a mystery at first, but later the police find out it was a lone artist making a statement about society and media. This ending leaves viewers with many questions. Was it worth it? What would you have done in his place? The story is sad and unforgettable. The national anthem is a shocking episode for many reasons. The demand is strange and cruel. It shows how technology and media can control people's lives. The Prime Minister is forced to do something unthinkable because the public and the media leave him no choice. The story makes viewers feel many emotions: fear, disgust, sadness, and even anger. It is not easy to watch, but it is also powerful. It asks important questions about society, privacy, and what we expect from our leaders. The episode also shows how quickly news spreads online. Social media can change everything in just a few hours. In this story, the internet gives the kidnapper power over the whole country. Black Mirror's first episode is famous because it is bold and unforgettable. It makes everyone who watches it think hard about the world we live in.